Hey, yo, and we back with another one from the Beta LA 49er podcast. Let's get it in. Started off the right way. Hit them off with a little toast.
Yeah. I'm over here looking a mess, bro. In my PJs. I wasn't
Hey,
even ready. I didn't get a
it's
hat or
all good,
nothing.
man. It's all good. Like you said, today it's been a weird day. I feel a little down, but it's all good. We're gonna go ahead and bring this to y'all. No bullshitting. So the 49ers win. We take out the Los Angeles Chargers 22-16. Jimmy Garoppolo, 240 yards passing, no TDs thrown, no interceptions thrown, but he did rush for one. Elijah Mitchell, 18 carries, 89 yards. McCaffrey, 38 yards on 14 attempts. He also had 4 catches for 39 yards. Brandon Ayuk, still going strong, another 80-plus yard receiving game. He's been turning them out left and right.
Yeah, he has
6 catches. Juwan Jennings had 4 catches. Ray McLeod 1 for 33. That one big catch up the sideline.
that
Debo
dime that
Samuel,
Jimmy put on him.
bro, we're gonna get to Jimmy because Jimmy's doing his thing right now. Debo Samuel, only 2 catches for 24 yards. Now I know he's coming off of the injury, so sometimes you need a couple weeks to get it back going. We'll touch
Yep.
him as well. George Kittle, 1 catch for 21 yards. Kittle also not really been producing too much in the catching. Defense. Defense played really well in the second half. In the first half, they had me a little worried. They put up 16 on us, but we were able to shut them down in the second half. The more adjustments made in the second half, like we talked about before in previous weeks, those adjustments that he makes in the second half really does help us out. So let me get to the stats. Time of possession, 49ers, 37 minutes to 23 minutes, 387 total yards to 238. Passing yards, we threw for 230. We rushed for 157. They passed for 187, rushed for only 51 yards. First downs, 22 first downs for the 49ers, only 12%. Los Angeles, almost called them San Diego. Penalties, only 5 penalties on us, 1 penalty on them. Turnover battle was 1-1. We each had 1 turnover for the game. We only had 1 sack. Oh, wait, excuse me. We had 3 sacks. They only had 1 sack. And that was the game. What you think, man? Were you worried? How'd the game make you feel? What you think?
Well, I mean, like I told you, I was worried. It was one of those. It was one of those starts, typical Niner starts, where they usually lose games, and I was just kind of like, man, this is going to be another L. Coming off the bye, we look sloppy, which is one thing that I don't understand. It's beyond me why Kyle can't seem to get his teams ready with 2 weeks.
Right.
They looked even worse than before, so it makes no sense. But luckily, we got the win. We got the dub, bro. Offense finally, I guess you could say, clicked a bit, and the San Diego just stopped working because the defense again saved the day.
Defense saved the day once again. And it's funny too. I seen a stat where Kyle Shanahan going into the fourth quarter, if he's down 3 or more, he rarely wins those games. Well, actually, now he's 2-30. So this was kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal that we won because during the game, I was feeling like, here we go again with these play calls. Here we go again with this shit. Like, we're going to mess around and lose this game, bro. And then we actually ended up pulling the game out. And it was well needed, bro. It was a W that we needed. We're trying to get back on track. We got to catch Seattle, who took a L this week as well. But yeah, I was slightly worried during the game, but I just felt like we could pull it out, and we did. So it was a big win, man. I'll take it any
Yeah, it
day
was
of
a
the
close
week.
game, and they're a
It was a
winning
close
team, bro. They
game.
got to win. They got a winning record. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, they were missing like 3 weapons. So I mean, it
Oh,
could have
for
been a different
sure.
story. It could have been a different story.
And it's funny too. I have a homeboy that's a Chargers fan, but he's like part-time Niner fan. He always comes through and watches the games. He always supports us in the games. So this was a weird week because It was our
He was
team
playing.
versus team. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
damn, man, you're an honorary Niner. You usually hear, you usually support. So I was like, I ain't mad at you no matter what happened. But yeah, we ended up pulling it out and getting the dub, man. Shout outs to my boy Corey, dog. But yeah, pretty
That was a
much
close
that
game,
was
man.
it. Yeah, yeah. Let's go
I
ahead and get
mean,
into
we could have scored more, but you dropped that ball, so
mm,
and
oh,
Debo was on a milk carton, so you know.
so there
So
we
we'll see.
go.
Let's
There
see
we
that.
go. What's going on with Debo right now, bro? Was it the I want this money and I'm trying to get to the next level of my career, and you're not on that pedestal now? You didn't make the step, or is it the injury? I mean, I feel like he was having a down year even before the injury. So what's going on with Debo, bro? What you think?
I mean, like you said, I just think it's the injury. They feel like they have enough talent on the team to ease him in, but again,
Right.
like we've said and everybody else saying, he's predictable now, bro. I mean, his what he's gonna do is all predictable. Yeah, you got CMC, but at the end of the day, bro, it's all the. I mean, he's not the greatest route runner, and it doesn't seem like they even want to attempt to like throw down the field with him. It's always like the short dump passes and the yak after that. So
Yeah.
it just I don't know, man. It might just be a slow year for him. I mean, I don't know what other creative things Kyle could do with him. He does look a little bit bigger.
He does. I think it's a mixture of things. I think with Ayuk to be taking that next step in the passing game and kind of excelling just a little bit. I feel like they're a little more comfortable with throwing it to Ayuk when we do need to throw the ball. Also, with the addition of CMC, that takes away from the Debo focus as well. Remember,
Yeah.
Debo has incentives for running the ball still. Just because we got CMC, those incentives ain't changed. He still needs to get a certain amount of yards or a certain amount of touchdowns on the ground to get paid. And I didn't see him really touch the ball too much at all last game. So
Nah.
I just think it's it's a lot of things. It's a compilation of things that are going into why Debo is having a down year. I'm just hoping that he can flip the switch in these next few weeks and we start to see Debo of old. You know what I mean? Give him another week, let him get a little more healthy, and hopefully Debo can wake up and take us to that next level.
I mean, it honestly just seems. I mean, and obviously this is probably not even true, but it just seems like there's so many weapons right now. Like he just got paid. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, he's gonna want to take care of his body. A lot of weapons, and seems like Kyle's play calling is slowly but surely getting predictable. I mean, everybody knows what he's gonna do every time, man. It's just run, run, pass. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
the same shit all the time. So motherfuckers gonna be tired of him.
yeah, and also like it's one of those weird things where if you watch like the first few weeks, maybe 5 weeks of the season, when Debo lined up in the backfield, he got the ball. It was like you knew if you saw Debo back there, he was getting the ball, and that's why they were shutting it down.
Obvious.
There's
Yeah.
no disguising of what we were doing, and maybe Kyle's just trying to give him a break right now, give him a little bit of a rest, amp him up later in the year because you know what? There's certain players that you can stop, but there's some players that once they're playing at 110%, they are just that hard to stop once the football's in their hand. And Debo's one of those dudes. He showed it last year. There was a lot of games where people knew Debo was getting the ball, and there was nothing you could do to stop Debo. You know what I
Could he
mean?
be in
So
the
hopefully,
doghouse? Could he be in the doghouse? I mean, because all of the balls that usually Debo gets, Ayuk is getting now. Ayuk
and,
is
and
Ayuk is that dude now.
and that was part of my point for maybe why he's having a down years because Ayuk actually has made that next step. He's taking that next step to where everybody I talk to that aren't even Niner fans are like, hey, that dude Ayuk, hey man, I watched y'all last. Hey, bro, Ayuk. I'm hearing it from a lot of people. They saying his name now, like he's becoming a household name in what he's doing. Even though he's not
Bro,
having 130, 140-yard games, he's not doing that. But when you tune in and watch the Niners, who are you seeing week after week after week making these catches? Is Brandon Ayuk.
Bro, if Ayuk had a Mahomes, oh, it'd be rap. It'd
Oh,
be a rap. He'd be a number one baller,
Josh
probably without a
Allen,
year.
yeah, somebody that
Yeah.
could get that ball to him. Hell, even a Justin Herbert at this point, yeah.
Hey, look, I mean, it could happen with Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? It could happen with Jimmy. I just,
Nice
to
play.
what you and me have elaborated, we said I just think that Kyle's overcomplication of his system, bro, doesn't benefit Jimmy. Again, I always go back to 17 Jimmy, bro. He didn't know the playbook. Why was he balling out? It's because he didn't
Balling
know
out
the
of
playbook,
control.
bro. And from what I hear, a lot of people say that in one play, Kyle's got like, three different options, bro. And it's like, bro, just
Mhm.
simplify the fucking game.
It's funny though, because we say 17 Jimmy vibes. You had got me in on it. I was with it. And even though he's not balling out like he did when he first got here, when he didn't know the book, I really feel like this is the best Jimmy Garoppolo I've seen since he's been a 49er, bro. Like, well, let me exclude those first 6 starts from or 5 starts from 17. But since he's gotten a contract and been the starting quarterback, this is the best I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo
Got
look.
nothing to
He's
lose.
not throwing
Yep.
picks. He's not turning the ball over like that. I mean, he has had the step out of the back of the end zone and he's thrown a pick, but I mean not a pick. We know he's thrown picks, but he's looking a lot better to me in these last few weeks. I'm loving what I'm seeing
I'm
from Jimmy
saying,
Garoppolo right now, brother. He's throwing balls on a line to receivers. He's throwing the ball outside. They're running outs, something they
I know.
never do with Jimmy Garoppolo. They're not
Yeah.
just eating you over the middle of the field. They're running outs, and he's
And he's
hitting
getting
these,
it to them.
and
Yeah.
he's getting it to
Yeah.
him like that, bro. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jimmy Garoppolo right now.
And I think Kyle's starting to realize. I mean, I still think it's complicated, and I think he's slowly moving in that direction or Jimmy's just doing whatever the fuck he wants, on some plays. Because the off script plays, bro, they've been good. The
Yeah.
touchdown, that pass to Ray McLeod. I mean,
Hmm.
it's kind of like, bro, just let me do me, and I'll make something
Yeah.
happen.
And we saw that even in a game where they read the lips on Jimmy, and he said something about the plays being trash or whatever. He's probably going off script a lot, knowing the book the way he should know the book at this point. He's like, man, I'm not even listening to where Kyle said throw the ball, homie. I'm gonna look, and if this who's open, I'm gunning it over here. And then whatever he's doing, it's working, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jimmy, bro.
And he's going like I'm not saying he never did last year, but you could clearly see him go through progressions now. He's making
What I
sure
really
every
think
option's out there.
What I really think is, and we downed him, a lot of people, reporters, I really think Jimmy was hurt last year. People say, what I'm saying, oh, he played through the injuries. And, you got people out there that say that Jimmy won't play through injuries. But I really believe last year, toward the end of the year, Jimmy played with a lot of injuries. The ball didn't have the same zip at the end of last year as these balls are having zip now. That shoulder is healed. That
Well, Debo
thumb
said he was.
is healed.
Debo said he was injured last year. Debo confirmed it.
Right.
He was like he was injured,
He was hurt. And it's
and
showing though.
and and the ACL was still. It was the ACL, right, that he tore.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean,
And
you got to give that maybe like 2 years to like really you come back and you feel comfortable again. So
110% comfortable on it, and I feel like he is. It's not even a thought for
2020
Jimmy
didn't count.
now.
Yeah,
He doesn't wear the brace anymore. He's completely
nah.
comfortable with the leg now. But the shoulder though, it's something about that rehabbing of that shoulder and how he's spinning that ball out there right now. Bro, Jimmy looking like he might be good enough to take us to the promised land with all the weapons and everything we got. Jimmy looking good. And what I like more than anything is he's not giving us those 171-yard passing games. He's
Oh no, he's
actually
still, he's
giving us 200 plus yards per game at this point. He's
he's
putting
not
up
he's not
numbers for Jimmy.
yeah, he's not the
He's
problem
putting up
this year,
numbers.
bro. You can't sit there and say he's the problem this year.
He's
And I
not the
know and
problem.
I know you still got motherfuckers that are like, we're still limited with Jimmy, yada yada yada. Da, da, da. Look at this last game with the Chargers. That drop by you, bro. It was a TD.
It's a TD.
That blame can't go to Kyle. That blame can't go to Jimmy, bro. You dropped that
No,
ball. That was plain and simple. That was it. And then that run, the other TD we missed, that Mitchell tripped, another one, bro. And it could be 69 out there. Fucking that
Woo,
dude out there just.
That man should have been a topic this week. I don't even want to, bro. He looks bad. He looks really bad. I don't want to just jump and turn, but I got to touch this. The fact that you said that, I saw tape. Bro, if he's not getting just flat out beat without touching him, then he's getting punked. He looks bad out there, bro. Mike McGlinchey, I don't think he'll be a 49er next year. We got to find somebody to replace him. He's looking bad, brother.
Hey, look, on the fly, man.
Good. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so let me go ahead and dive a little deeper then. Don't we have people that could play that position if it gets down to it, if it gets that bad? Do we have anybody that
supposedly,
we can play?
Supposedly he's too good in the run game that like it kind of like levels out the terribleness in the pass game, bro. But I mean that boy is not even, he ain't even playing, bro. He just stands there and he gets pushed back, tossed.
He's getting beat like he stole something from every team. He getting beat like I've not seen a starting tackle for the 49ers get abused like I'm watching Mike McGlinchey get abused. I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe he's not all the way healthy. You know, he had that real bad injury. You know what I'm saying? He rehabbed it. He was a little gimpy earlier in the season, but he don't even seem like he's hurt at this point, and he's still just getting beat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he look at, to be honest with you, bro, he's not terrible the whole game. The thing is that he's terrible when it means something. That's when he just outright doesn't even show up, bro. And it just kind of overshadows
points. You know what I mean? Points in the game, and he's getting beat and it's bad, bro.
I mean, and well, the big thing, bro, is that he plays into the whole social media dogging of him, bro. Like he's super sensitive, bro.
He is.
So
he lets it get
you know what I'm saying. So I'm sure he sees all that. I mean, you got Grant just leading the mob with
going
how terrible he is. So I mean, did you see his last interview, bro? I think Kruger did it, bro, and he was like, "Oh, I just want to apologize for being terrible. Sorry they took Derwin James. They didn't take Derwin James. You know, blah blah blah." It's like, bro, come on, get out your feelings, bro. Like, just play better. Motherfucker was in his feelings, apologizing about being sarcastic like that. It's like, bro.
Yeah, that's not a good look either. That's not a good look at all.
Bro, Jimmy gets triple the hate that man does, bro.
Facts. And Jimmy still finds a way. But as a quarterback, you have to. You got to have a short memory. You can't let nothing that's said on the outside affect what you do when you play. But it's just something about Mike McGlinchey that I feel like he won't be here next year, bro. So it's funny. Aaron Banks, there was a lot of bad talked about Aaron Banks this offseason.
Grant was leading that.
Grant led the charge on. He did. He led the charge on that as well. But even what I was seeing with my own eyes, I was not all the way ecstatic about what Aaron Banks was going to do. Bro, Aaron Banks looks good, bro. Aaron Banks is looking good, bro. Aaron Banks is looking good, bro. He's really holding it down. And I'm just feeling like there's got to be some other gem on this offensive line that we could plug in and might maybe do better than Mike McGlinchey. I don't know.
I mean, who knows, bro? You never know. I mean, like they say, I mean, I don't know if we have another O-line rookie, but Colin is in his doghouse rookie thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, rookies don't have his trust, so he won't play him unless they ultimately need him or they've proven something in camp. You know what I mean? So, or practices, but 69 is bad, bro. He's terrible. He sucks, bro. He's just out there as a statue. You might as well pay me, bro, to go just stand out there and let motherfuckers hit Jimmy, bro. Give me the million. I'll do it.
I can shuffle my feet better than that.
Toss it to the ground, bro. You're gonna block you.
Hey, tossing me down to the ground probably will take more time than how he lets cats blow by him. I'm just saying. I'm just
He
saying.
just goes like this, bro. All I see is him just
Olay.
like
It's
opening
like
the gate.
it's like the Matadors. He's playing Olay
Yeah.
out there at tackle, brother. It's
Except he's doing
bad.
it the wrong way, bro, leading it right directly to Jimmy. That man is terrible, bro. But
Terrible,
I
man.
mean, with that being said, with him being so terrible, do you think we can make a run this year?
I think we're prime right now to make a run. Given the schedule, who we're going to be playing in the next few weeks, the addition of CMC, he might have not balled out last week, this past game, but look at what he did the week before. I just feel like we way too deep. I'm hearing a lot of 49er chatter. It's a lot of people on the 49er bandwagon right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing analysts saying that there's the Minnesota Vikings, there's the Eagles, and there's the 49ers. Not in that order, but we're
Vikings
in
look legit.
yeah, hey, we're in everybody's top pick to make a run and to be there late in the year. And I feel like, bro, now's the time. There's no time like the present for the 49ers to make that run. And like I said, who do we have? We have Arizona and Mexico.
Yeah,
Uh
Monday night.
who do we have after? I feel like the next stretch of games right now is perfect for us to make this run, brother. And I'm trying to check it as well.
We got the Saints after the Cardinals, which should be an
Another
easy one.
dub.
Saints are terrible,
The Dolphins might be a little bit of a tough game. We have the Dolphins after
but
that.
I feel like Kyle does well against his understudies. I mean,
He
he has
does.
LaFleur's
He
number in the
does.
playoffs, bro. McVay got that one win that mattered, but during the regular season, bro, he ain't got nothing. And we'll see this game, bro. If McDaniel could beat him in an
Right?
impressive way, bro, then it might mean something. It might mean that
Right.
maybe he was that man.
Took that playbook, Red Bow you.
Yeah, yeah. The one I'm looking forward to, bro, is December 11th against the Bucks. The one I wanted, the Jimmy
But you know what?
versus
The
Tom Brady
Bucks,
game.
they are not impressive to me at all right now. They've
Hey,
been
but they got Tom
scraping.
Brady though.
This is true, but it hasn't meant anything in the 5 L's that they've taken. They're 5-5. People ain't caring about Tom Brady being Brady. People are hitting Brady. They getting after Brady, and you know what? That team is just not as good as they were a year or 2 years ago. They're just not that good anymore. And I feel like this Niner
That's
team,
true.
with all the weapons we have, with our defense still being a damn good defense, bro, every game that we just read off of those next 4 games are winnable games. I don't feel the way I felt about the 49ers playing Kansas City Chiefs a couple weeks back. That game, I felt like we were going to lose. Of course, I'm a Niner fan, and I'm going to say, hey, man, we can get this dub. But I don't feel about any of these next 4 games the way I felt about that game. These are all winnable games. These next 2 games, for sure, should be dubs. We should beat Arizona. We should
Do you
beat the
think we should
socks
pick?
off the thing.
Do you think we should pick up a DB if we can, or try something different at slot, bro? Because Jimmy ain't it, bro. I understand that he's the most versatile one, and he's a starter, bro. And you don't want, again, you also don't want to mess with the safety tandem. But bro, he's
Right.
terrible at slot. He's terrible at slot. He's a
And he's
liability at slot.
always been.
I don't understand, like, why not just throw fucking Lenore Womack, bro? Jimmy ain't doing nothing different, bro. That's not his position. He Ever since they put him in there, bro, when he first came into the league and they wanted to convert him to a slot corner, bro, it never went well. When he went into safety, bro, made the top 100.
There you go. No, he's without a shadow of a doubt, Jimmy Ward is so much better playing at the safety position. I think
And
he
he
had
hates it.
some snaps. I think he had some snaps at safety, but I think they need to make him the full-time safety as good as Gibson has been playing. Hufanga, even though Hufanga does blow a coverage here or there, maybe we can have some of those packages where they just flop the safeties. Can we get Jimmy Ward and Gibson and bring Hufanga down? You know
Like a
what I mean?
linebacker.
And
Yeah.
let him play that hybrid linebacker. Maybe Fred
Yeah.
Warner be that like nickel. There's so many
Yeah.
things you could do with a versatile defense like that, like this. Those are things that D'Amico should look into. But I'm
He
definitely
should.
off.
He should, bro, because Jimmy hates it, and I'm almost sure this is his last year as a Niner.
Ooh. You know what? I feel like he's a guy that they want to keep around. Even if they don't throw the bag at him, they'll offer him something to stay a 49er because he's just one of those guys at this point that you want to be a lifelong 49er. You know what I mean?
But I
But
don't.
yeah,
I'm saying like he probably won't be a Niner. He won't be a Niner based on him. Because I'm sure this move to slot, bro, was something he didn't want,
this
and
is
I'm sure he
true.
expressed that, and they
Yeah,
still did it.
this is true. You're right. He might not want to be a 49er come next year. I don't know, man. We'll see. But as far as the 49ers making a run, I'm saying
It's possible. Yeah.
we should go 2-0 in the next two, and we should be looking at our 49ers being 7-4 in 2 weeks.
Bro, we'll take out Tua too, bro. Like I'm not worried about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
not worried about Tua. I'm not worried about the Dolphins because I'm not worried about Tua.
Well, look at it like this.
Not against D'Amico.
If we win those 4 games, we'll be looking at the Niners being 9-4 after the next 4. That's making a run from us being where we just were. What were we? We were just what 4-4?
Yep.
3-4. 3-4. We're
Yeah.
3-4. Now we're 5-4 because we won 2 straight.
Yep.
I'm telling you, bro, if we can spin off the next couple of wins, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and we got a really good chance to run the table, bro.
Well, I mean, I think we can, especially with the 2 guys we got in the back.
Hey, those guys could be what carries us. If I'm just gonna keep it all the way a buck, in my estimation, it will be those 2 guys that will carry us. Mitchell in the 4th quarter rushed for 42 yards, kept driving the line. Mitchell himself put in a lot of work in that 4th quarter to get us that win.
And he's healthy, bro. You guys in play since week 1.
And every time Mitchell's healthy, and we've spoke about it, I told you he's one of the best running backs to me every time he's healthy. His problem is staying healthy. His rookie year, he broke a 49er record for the most yards that any 49er rookie has ever posted. This man has the talent to be a top running back. Now, okay, he's sharing the backfield with CMC, so he's not going to get all those carries. He's not going to look like that guy. But at the same time, this 1-2 punch, this 1-2 tandem right here, this could be what carries the 49ers into a deep playoff run if we can keep both of these guys healthy. What you think about it?
Yeah, I think so too, bro. What I seen last game, I mean, you got motherfuckers, dogging CMC because Mitchell played better. But I mean, that's the point of the duel, man. See, just because CMC is a superstar, bro, don't mean he's gonna shine every game. I mean, he does more than just run the ball, right? He's a distraction on top of the fact that he's a weapon. So, you know what I'm saying? And you bring in Mitchell, who's a weapon as well, bro. Like, yeah, I agree with you. I think they can take us. They could carry us. They could be the new Debo of this year, bro. The Debo this year, that the little wrinkle that just kind of defenses can't handle.
What makes this tandem so much better is the fact that Christian McCaffrey is like a receiving back as well. He doesn't have to get the carries. You can bring CMC in to do the other things, but when you need those grind them out yards, bro, I've seen a couple plays in that game where he got hit after a yard or 2, and somehow Mitchell's still falling forward, picking up 6-7 yards. It's like he's just he's hard to tackle. He almost, like the way he runs the ball almost reminds me of when Ezekiel Elliott was younger and healthy, how Zeke just always when he was actually good, when Zeke just always fell forward and found a way to pick up 6 when he should have only gotten 2. That's what Elijah Mitchell reminds me of. But yeah, man, it's a hell of a running back tandem, and I think this could be the catalyst of the run that the 49ers make.
I think we'll see more of it on Monday, just because this is the first game with both of them in the backfield and sharing reps. So I think come Monday, bro, I think we'll see a little bit more of that, and on top of the fact that Murray ain't playing and they're in shambles over there, bro. So
Murray for sure is going to be out. No Kyler Murray.
They're saying more than likely. Yeah, they're saying Kyler Murray's more than likely out. And I mean, at this point, bro, why? You know what I'm saying? Why even risk further injury? Your season's pretty much done.
That kind of worries me.
The Niner.
You saw what he did to us last time, brother. You saw y'all saw what Colt McCoy did to us last time, y'all.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like. I almost feel better with Kyler Murray being the quarterback going into this one, but
he won't pick us apart this time because we're aware now.
No, he won't. In the atmosphere is going to be completely different. They're playing in Mexico City. This is not a stadium of 50, 60, 70,000. They're expecting 105,000 people to be in those stands. And I've been to Mexico, and I just know that we have a large Mexican fan base. That crowd is going to be predominantly 49er fans.
80%, they said.
It's going to be crazy for McCoy to be able to hear. He's going to be on probably a silent snap count. And I just hope the Niners just run the ball down their throat, just run it down their throat, pound them, take the time of possession, and go home with a dub, man. That's what I'm expecting.
That's what it's going to be, bro. I don't want to say confidently just because you never know, but I would say this is a dub.
Should be.
Yep.
So that's the show pretty much, man. Anything else you want to get to people?
That's it, man. Just hopefully we get that dub on Monday.
Hey, yeah, we like to try to keep it short now. We don't like to go too long. We just come, bring y'all what we bring in y'all, knock it out the park, and go on to the next week, man. Go 49ers. Let's get this dub. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Join the ride. That's another episode. We putting it in the books from the Beta LA 49er podcast. Holla back.
Yes, sir. Let's go.